I get the suspicion that doing that is probably a lot harder than people realise, because there are so many different games, there's so much different technology, so many different platforms. You've got to have a mastery of all of those.
It is, and I think it is live TV, so a lot of people don't realise how difficult that is when you're in a stadium and it's all happening live, and then there's a technical difficulty because some players' mouse doesn't work on the PC or whatever, because that's an actual thing that happens. So it is like running live TV. You've got a producer in your ear shouting at you, you're trying to watch the game, and then obviously different games, it's like different sports, so you kind of have to learn to be a bit of a mini specialist in whichever game you're working on at the time. So you spend a lot of time playing games and a lot of time watching professionals play games, reading up about them, watching YouTube tutorials. I basically, when I get a job and I know I'm working on a certain game, even if it's just for a weekend, that's like 3-4 weeks of me just trying to study that game and understand it. But for the most part, I play a lot of games, so that helps.
It's a very detailed justification of hanging out playing video games all the time. In terms of when you started and where you are now, I imagine it's probably a slightly different space in terms of being comfortable in front of the camera and being able to do what you do, not feeling nervous or terrified by the prospect of speaking to people all over the world on live television.
I still feel really nervous, though, when a camera's in my face. It's not natural for me. Like, I understand it's part of my job. And also in production, I worked on a show in the Ukraine where they all speak Russian, and production shouted at me in Russian all the time, and to this day I have no idea what I was doing wrong. But it was every time I was on air, I had screaming in my ear, so I was like, okay, I'll just keep going. So I'm still not used to that, and I didn't have any training. I was playing with my phone, you know, so it was the first job to that fake it till you make it. I just walked on and was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what's going on, and then a sound guy was putting his hand up my shirt, and I was like, what? No, you can't do that. And then realized that was completely normal and I needed to just shut up. So that I just hang around until I realized what everyone else was doing, copied them, and hoped for the best.